Hi there, my name's Lucie and this is my partner Lahiru. I have been living in the south of Sri Lanka for over a year now, and wow, what an adventure it's been so far. Click the subscribe button and come along on this journey with me as I explore more of this beautiful country. In last week's video, we added an additional member to our family, meet Coggy. And this week, well, I'm under strict rules to not go out into public unless I'm going to and from work, as Sri Lanka takes another wave of coronavirus. So I'm staying in and sitting down to chat with you about face masks. Hey guys, I just wanted to sit down and have a chat with you about something that's been on my mind a lot recently, and that is face masks and what they are doing to our environment and the animals that we are sharing it with on this planet. The impact from face masks is something many people are oblivious to, and even though I wasn't fully aware of the extent that face masks were having on our environment, I was still kind of understanding of what was going on, which is why I chose to start wearing reusable face masks and not disposable surgical face masks, the plasticky kind. Anyway, I couldn't stop thinking about the plastic pollution from face masks. As we're driving down coastal roads, rural roads, walking on the beach, or through an almost untouched area, I can't help but notice how many single-use face masks there are littering everywhere. Have you noticed the face mask pollution in your area? And are you aware of the terrifying impact these face masks are having on our planet? Maybe that's why you clicked on this video. But yeah, so I sat down and I started doing some research, and I was completely shocked with what I found. But when you think about it, it's hardly surprising the amount of environmental devastation these face masks are having, seeing as nearly everyone in the world is using them because of the most recent pandemic, coronavirus. So let's get into what I found. All the information that I'm going to be talking about in this video I got from a couple different websites. I will leave the links to those in the description box below, so if you wish to, you can do your own reading. So face coverings are now a legal requirement in most public spaces around the world. But even before they became compulsory, face masks were causing a lot of pollution both at land and at sea. Across the globe, face masks have been washing up on shores and floating like jellyfish in our oceans. Despite millions of people being told to use face masks, little guidance has been told of how to dispose of them correctly. And without better disposal practices, an environmental disaster is inevitable. Like, as soon as we are done with this pandemic, we are going to have a huge problem on our hands with the amount of pollution that is left behind. And you may already know that plastic pollution is already a huge problem in this world, but the face masks are adding to it a tremendous amount. The majority of COVID-19 face masks are manufactured out of long-lasting, non-biodegradable synthetic-like materials like polyester, and when discarded can last in our environments for up to 450 years. I came across some haunting photos on the internet of how face masks are affecting the planet, which is happening right now. But we can prevent this from getting worse, and that is by using an eco-friendly, reusable face mask, like this one. When I was doing my research, it clicked that discarded face masks could potentially spread coronavirus to people like waste collectors, litter pickers, or other members of the public who come across the trash. And I didn't know this, but coronavirus can actually last on surgical masks for up to 7 days. And long term, animals and plants are also affected. Through the mass of plastic waste, environments are smothered and ecosystems start to break down as there is an unnatural object in their environment. Some animals also can't tell the difference between plastic items and their prey, subsequently choking on it or ingesting the pieces of rubbish. When plastic materials are ingested by animals, the animal then becomes malnourished, and all the material gets stuck and congested in their stomach and are unable to break down the unnatural substances inside of them. You may have seen on the news or viral Facebook posts or on documentaries of whales, dolphins, turtles washing up on the shores, or seabirds being found dead on the beaches. When their stomachs have been opened up, all inside is full to the brim of plastic. And we are doing that. We are causing that. turtles are mistaking floating face masks for jellyfish, and it is so heartbreaking to know that this is happening, like right now. It has also been known that smaller animals are getting entangled in these ear loops or within gloves that are breaking down. In September 2020, the RSPCA called on the public to snip the straps to prevent wildlife from getting entangled in these pieces of elastic. And over time, plastic breaks down into something called microplastics. The longer that it's in the environment for, the more it will decompose and break down into smaller particles. These tiny particles can actually accumulate into food chains. Each mass can break down into millions of pieces, and each one of those tiny pieces has the potential to carry chemicals and bacteria into the food chain, which potentially can lead into humans. So it's highly possible that people that consume a fish and seafood diet potentially are also consuming plastic that has come up from the food chain. There's a really awesome documentary that I really highly recommend you watch, and it's called A Plastic Ocean, and it's really interesting to know about all the facts and statistics. I really learned something when I was watching that, and I think that you would too, and you would definitely look different at the plastic bag that you've just gotten from the supermarket. Here's a couple interesting extracts I found from doing my research. In March, the World Health Organization estimated that 89 million additional disposable masks were needed globally per month in medical settings to combat COVID-19. And another study finds an estimated 17,000 tons of face masks are discarded in Asia alone every single day. And in the UK, 53 million COVID-19 face masks are sent to landfills every day. These numbers obviously don't include all other countries in the world. But according to a study published in the Environmental Science and Technology Journal, an estimated 194 billion disposable masks and gloves are being used globally every month as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. So what should we do to create a better world with less plastic pollution? And that's simple. Wear reusable, washable face masks and not the single-use kind. Other ways to reduce the environmental impact of wearing face masks shouldn't be hard or complicated. Here are a couple small steps that you can take. Don't use a face mask unless you have to. Consider using reusable, washable, eco-friendly face masks. The less amount of face masks disposed into landfills or onto the side of the road, the better for the environment. Practice proper disposal of your face mask. Don't just chuck it on the side of the road, out of your car or from your bike. Make sure you dispose of it properly, and if you are going to dispose of one of these, make sure you cut the elastic straps at the side. And educate your friends and family of how discarded face masks are hurting our environment and what we can do to combat that. So yeah, I hope you found this video to be of interest, and I hope that you learnt something from it. Give this video a like if you found it to be informative. Let me know in the comments below if you are using a reusable face mask, and if you don't use a reusable face mask, would you now consider switching to a more eco-friendly alternative? And definitely go check out the documentary A Plastic Ocean. Anyway, thank you guys for listening and watching this video. Take care, I'll see you in the next video.